Whiteland Girls Basketball on WBSN is presented by Taylor's Farm Market. And welcome into the Glen Ray Gymnasium on this Wednesday night as your Whiteland Warriors get ready to face the Rushville Lions. We have starters for tonight. For Rushville, we have number 4, Trisha Morgan, 12, Kylie Herbert, 25, Gracie Buzzard, 32, Kylie Parsley, and 34, Leonie Boyer. And for your Warriors, same faces as last game. We have Sukman Baines, Gwen Higdon, Sam Roderick, Addison Emberton, and Sophia Dyer. And now, as we get into this game, Luke, we have seen maybe the same old Whiteland Warriors for most of the season. We see them get off to hot starts in the first half and fall off a bit in the second half. We've seen them start a little sluggish, but then come back. We've seen them score 27 points. We've seen them score 60. What really has been the turning point in those games where they are scoring those high amounts, but also scoring those low amounts?
Well, I mean, in the games that they've scored higher amounts of points, they've limited turnovers a little bit, and in lower scoring games, they've kind of let it get away from them turnover-wise. So that's a big part. I mean, it's hard to score when you're giving the ball to the other team. But, you know, just being a coherent unit and communicating and working well as a team is really what helps you in those situations.
And I know we bring it up a lot, but the Warriors' 24 turnovers per game is not something that is so little that you can't just bring it up. We have Rushville, who has 15 turnovers per game, and they're a 500 team. So if the Warriors can bring that total down, maybe we can see a bit more wins in the win column, as they are on a 2-game losing streak, with one of those coming at a 31-point loss against Roncalli as Rushville wins the tip.
I mean, that's the difference between being a 500 team and not, is less turnovers and making your free throws, as they shoot 5% better from the free throw line as well.
And Leonie Boyer missed a 3. Currently Rushville's leading scorer. An offensive rebound, but the Warriors get the ball after the second chance opportunity. And now Emberton, who led the team in scoring against Plainfield with 20 points, receives a screen by Dyer and goes to the right and won't get the layup to fall. So, like we've seen most of the year, Whiteland is coming out with a fast-paced offense to start the game. And that contributes to their turnovers, but it can also contribute to a lot more points on the board. As that shot was missed by Leonie Boyer.
I mean, right now, Whiteland playing some good defense. Rushville's gotten good looks, but they just haven't gotten them to fall.
And like you said, Rushville currently shooting 5% from the free throw line, better than Whiteland. We've seen Whiteland get a bit better from the free throw line, but Rushville fouls a lot. So going to the free throw line is going to be key for the Warriors, but they got to make their shots.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that they've struggled with all year, but if they can capitalize at the free throw line, it can be the difference between winning and losing when you get down to the end of the game.
And now that's Kylie Parsley putting up the shot. Won't go off the back of the rim, and that rebound is corralled in by Sukman Baines. Sam Roderick, Gwen Higdon in the corner for 3, and it won't fall too strong, but Sophia Dyer gets the offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound by Addison Emberton, but the ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Gwen Higdon get some of those looks against Carley the last game we broadcasted, and she was hitting them in the first half, and then the second half kind of sputtered out. So if an inverse of that happens tonight, that might actually be better for Whiteland.
It went a bit cold in the second half against Carley, but the whole team did. As that'll be Trisha Morgan with a layup on the fast break. But definitely we hope Gwen Higdon can get it started tonight, leading the Warriors in scoring 15 points against Plainfield. We just hope that she can get something going for the Warriors.
Well, also 6 rebounds and 4 assists, or 3 steals in that last game, and only 1 turnover as well. So solid overall game from Gwen Higdon last game.
And that's a turnover out of bounds by Ashton Emberton. And Rushville will get it. It seems as though Whiteland will be going with a full court press, at least to start the game. Maybe we see it throughout the whole game. They got beat in the last possession. And they almost got beat here, but that ball is poked out of bounds by Sukban Baines.
I mean, playing that full court press, if you're going to be fast-paced on offense and defense, you're gonna confuse the offense, force them to make bad decisions. A full court press is a brilliant way to do that.
But what you got to remember with the full court press is you got to get down the floor if they get by you. And that's what we've seen Whiteland have a struggle with so far tonight. That's Leonie Boyer with the left-handed layup right there against Sophia Dyer. But
yeah, when you're in that full court press, you cannot let your offensive player have a faster first step than you. You always got to maintain leverage and keep them in front of you.
Now it's a missed baby hook by Gwen Higdon, and Rushville looking to add to their lead as that's Trisha Morgan wide open in the paint, and a quick timeout early for Coach Bergeson, and the Warriors will take a break. This has been Whiteland Girls Basketball on the Whiteland Beat Sports Network.
Taylor's Farm Market, a proud sponsor of Whiteland Warrior Basketball on WBSN. From tomatoes to blackberries to zucchini and more, Taylor's Farm Market has been supplying fresh fruits and produce to families for over 50 years. They work tirelessly to be able to provide for the local community for when the fall and winter come. Located at 2434 East 750 North, stop by for the very best deals on quality produce. Taylor's Farm Market, a proud supporter of WBSN.
Welcome back into the Glen Ray Gymnasium as the Warriors will have the ball out of the timeout. Coach Bergeson deciding to use one of her timeouts early as Rushville has taken a 6-point lead.
I mean, yeah, that's a good timeout to take. Rushville had a ton of momentum with that 6-point lead, so Whiteland playing their fast-paced game, you got to have more momentum than the other team.
And if you're Coach Bergeson, what are you telling your players in the timeout?
Don't get flustered, don't get nervous, just play your game, stick with how you play, and you can win this game.
And that's a Buzzard, the perimeter, surveying the defense. Finds Parsley. Tight defense played by the Warriors as Boyer gets fouled. So early foul for the Warriors. It was on Sukman Baines. And Leonie Boyer will take it all out on the baseline. Again, Rushville looking to add to the lead out of the timeout. Ball poked away, and Whiteland with the steal, trying to push it up the floor. That's Ashton Emberton from 3. And it won't go off the back of the rim. It's a bit offline for the Warriors from the three-point line early to start the game. And here's Rushville on the fast break again. That's Parsley, and Parsley gets it to fall.
See, Whiteland's defense has been good. They've been really, really smart with when they double team, and the help has been great. It's just on offense they haven't been able to capitalize yet.
Now it's Roderick in the corner. Roderick was cold against Plainfield. That's Baines from 3 in the corner. And it won't go. Roderick was averaging the most points per game to start the year. She's gone cold ever since. 3 points versus Plainfield after averaging 15 points to start the year.
Yeah, dipped just below 40% from 3 after we talked about how she was almost 50, 40, 90 if it weren't for her free throws. But she's bumped her free throw average up to 82%, which is a positive thing to build off for the Warriors.
Now coming into the game for the first time since the first game of the season, Carley Von Dilligan.
Yeah, that's going to be good for Whiteland. It gives you more size, your post presence. Dyer doesn't have to play as many minutes, so that's positive, and you can play them on the floor at the same time. So great for Whiteland.
And like you said, size. Tallest player for Rushville is 5'9". Right now, the Warriors have Sophia Dyer, who's 5'11", and Carley Von Dilligan, who is 5'10". Definitely gives them an advantage on the on the glass. So maybe we see that sway the results a bit here for the Warriors and for Rushville. That's Emberton in the corner. Trying to find Baines, but Roderick catches the ball. Baines trying to find cutting Emberton. Great pass. Emberton misses the layup. Seemed like she got fouled, but no call.
Yeah, I mean, that was physical, but good off-ball movement there. So Whiteland probably wants to see more of that.
And checking in for Rushville was number 23, Olivia Smith, for, I believe, Leonie Boyer. And now another foul on Sukman Baines. That'll be her second. And the checking in for the Warriors is Alexa Lee. So a lesser role for Alexa Lee now that the injured players are starting to come back, but we're seeing her here in the game early as Sukman Baines goes to the bench with 2 fouls. So that's an air ball 3, and Von Dilligan gets the rebound. Warriors pushing up the floor. Lee trying to survey the defense. Roderick in the perimeter. Sophia Dyer to Addison Emberton with a floater, and Emberton gets it to fall for the Warriors' first points of the game. So maybe that turns the momentum for the Warriors, trying to get them going on the offensive end. They're down by 6, again, way early in the game, though. Now slowing it down, Rushville seems to be, as that's Herbert on the wing. Quick skip pass to Morgan. Morgan puts up the 3. Won't go, too strong off the backboard, and Roderick gets a long rebound. Emberton bringing it all the way. Emberton goes up, gets fouled, and makes the layup, and one opportunity for Addison Emberton. Looked like Emberton could have passed it to Lee running down the court, but she decided to take it for herself, and she got it to fall.
Addison Emberton shooting 52% from the free throw line here.
Now checking back in the game is Gwen Higgin for Alexa Lee. So a short stint for Lee. But definitely one that we definitely saw her get in a bit of action.
Yeah, I mean, Alexa Lee's contributions isn't really going to show up in the box score. It's what you see on the court. It's doing the little things right. That's what she contributes to this team.
Now after another turnover after Emberton's missed free throw, Rushville almost turns the ball over, but they somehow get the loose ball. Got to push up the floor, and they do. That's Smith to Parsley, and Parsley with the layup. So crazy turn of events, almost a turnover, and leads to an easy layup.
It's what you said about the full court press earlier. If you can't keep the player you're supposed to be defending in front of you, it's unfortunate.
And Emberton almost got an open 3, but she travels, and it'll be another turnover for the Warriors. And Emberton only appearing in 6 games this year, 33 total turnovers. Definitely not something you want to see if you're the Warriors, as Emberton gets fouled.
Yeah, I mean, stuff like that, those turnovers you really don't want to see, especially early on, because you can limit them. But Whiteland's been getting looks. If they can start just getting the ball to go through the hoop and counting for points, they would be in a great spot right now.
Now it's Von Dilligan at the 3-point line. Von Dilligan, not known as a shooter. Maybe we see her shoot the ball a bit more this season as she's come back. That's a great pass to Roderick. Loose ball to Von Dilligan. And Von Dilligan won't get the shot to fall, but she goes after the rebound. That's Higdon from the top of the 3-point line. Won't get the fall, too short off the front of the rim, and that ball goes out of bounds, and Rushville will have possession.
I mean, it doesn't fall, but that second chance opportunity was generated by hustle, so Whiteland just needs to keep hustling, keep this momentum, keep playing fast pace.
Now Rushville gets it up the court again. Smith from the 3-point line decides not to take a shot. Not known as a 3-point shooter, but was wide open. And now it's Higdon with the rebound. Ben Higdon currently averaging 5.7 rebounds per game, second most on the team. Both Von Dilligan back. I expect that to go to third, as we've already seen Von Dilligan get active early on the glass. That's Emberton to Higdon, who loses the ball out of bounds, and another turnover for the Warriors. So as we've seen early in this game, we hate pointing it out. We've pointed out so much, but at some point, the Warriors need to do something to cut down those turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we sound really repetitive, but those turnovers are just killers.
The Warriors have a good team, but the turnovers really hurting them at this point. But we've seen them get hot, and when they do, it always turns out good in their favor. So obviously early in the game, still a lot of time left, and Warriors have an opportunity to take their 4th win of the season as Von Dilligan travels. Didn't seem to be a travel, but again, from our nice press box up here on the Glen Ray, we trust in the refs. Warriors sticking with a full court press. Maybe we see them alter it a bit, maybe to go to a bit of half-court press in the second quarter, but for now, they're sticking with it. And that's Herbert to Boyer for 3. And Boyer knocks down the 3. So open look for Boyer goes down. And now the Warriors have a 9-point disadvantage with the last shot opportunity going into the end of the first quarter. As Dyer puts up the little close range shot, won't get to fall. Offensive rebound by Emberton. Emberton puts it up, and Emberton gets it to fall again. Going to the line for an and 1 opportunity. Emberton currently has all 6 points for the Warriors, getting active early off of her 20-point performance versus Plainfield. And Emberton, after missing her first and 1 opportunity, gets that one to fall.
Didn't want to say anything about the free throws this time because whenever I say it, it seems to always end badly.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, need to push up.
Ooh.
And will it count? It will. Did not look like it would, but it does. And the Warriors are down 15-7 going into the second quarter. We'll take a break. This has been Whiteland Girls Basketball on the Whiteland Beat Sports Network.
Your house with roof, gutter, or siding damage. But when the storm passes, Rees Restoration is there to give you peace of mind. With quick response times, you can expect a trained professional to be on site within 24 to 48 hours after the call.
Call 463-220-4080 to get your free estimate today.
Rees Restoration. Let us show you the way.
Welcome back to Whiteland Girls Basketball on the Whiteland Beat Sports Network. Going into the second quarter, Whiteland currently at a disadvantage, down to the Rushville Lions 15-7. Luke, we saw a bit of a mixed bag from Whiteland there. They got their offense running and gunning, but they also had a lot of turnovers and a lot of mishaps with that full court press. So if you're Whiteland, what do you change to cut back into this Rushville lead?
I think you might have to get rid of that full court press because I think what teams are kind of catching on to with Whiteland wanting to play so fast-paced is that it's very advantageous for on offense you to slow down your offense and make Whiteland think more and make more mistakes defensively. So really you need to get rid of that half-court press probably. Or full-court press, my bad.
Long two for Higdon won't go as Sukman Baines checks back into the game after having 2 quick fouls. And now Rushville will have the chance to possibly push it to a double-digit lead. And that's Smith in the paint. They call a kick ball, and it'll be Rushville's ball. So what looked to be a great defensive possession for the Warriors ends in a kicked ball violation, and Rushville will have possession. It's Boyer taking out on the baseline. Smith guarded by Baines. Back to Boyer driving to her left. Great defense by Dyer, but Boyer gets the layup to fall. Now it's Higdon to Roderick trying to get something going for Whiteland's offense. Emberton, who has all the points, puts up a 3. Won't get it to fall. Offensive rebound by the Warriors. Great pass by Higdon. And Whiteland has a chance to cut back into this lead as backdoor cut by Higdon leads into a turnover by Baines. Warriors need to get down the floor. As that's Buzzard who puts up the 3, won't go. Long rebound by Roderick. So now Warriors, again, another opportunity to cut into this lead. That's Baines who puts up the 3 and gets it to fall. So Baines with a 3 to start the second quarter for the Warriors. Emberton, who had 7 points in the first quarter, And now Baines with 3. The Whiteland has cut that double-digit lead down to single digits with 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
I mean, Baines only had 3 points last game, but you're not upset with her taking that shot. It was a good look, and she knocked it down, shooting 30% from 3 on the year, so you're not upset with that at all.
And Baines mostly known for passing the ball, being a playmaker more than her shooting and scoring capabilities, but obviously we know that she can shoot and she can score at any given moment. As Boyer gets another shot to fall, obviously Boyer their leading scorer. That's Baines. And it'll be what seems to be a blocking foul on Rushville. So now checking back into the game is Carley Von Dilligan for Sophia Dyer and Trisha Morgan coming in for Leonie Boyer. We saw Von Dilligan getting active on the glass in that first quarter, so here's to what we're gonna see with her maybe on the offensive end here as she puts up that layup and she goes to the line for 2 shots.
And with Von Dilligan, you got to kind of wonder if she's on a pitch count tonight, coming back from injury, first game back from injury, but in the minutes she's put in tonight, it's been pretty solid.
And Von Dilligan, in the one game she played, she went 2 for 2 from the line. And she makes the first one here. Von Dilligan getting ready to shoot her second free throw. She makes both of them. So continuing her 100% from the free throw line, obviously a small sample, but 100% always looks good in the scorebooks. Now Rushville with the ball, that's Herbert. Trying to find, that's Smith, and Smith misses a layup. And that's Von Dilligan getting the board. Von Dilligan and Roderick fought for that rebound. Von Dilligan comes up for it. That's Higdon. Higdon done put up the 3. Backdoor cut by Roderick. And that'll be a jump ball, and it'll be Rushville ball.
I mean, the idea of that pass in that situation was there. It's just the execution was not there, really.
Bit of a strong pass by Baines. Went off Roderick's hands. Couldn't keep onto it.
I mean, it was good. It was good vision, like great recognition of the defense there.
And now Rushville looking to add to their lead after a missed opportunity last possession. That's Parsley for 3. Won't get to fall. Parsley currently shooting 11% from 3, so maybe not the shot you definitely want there, but an open look is an open look. Now it's Emberton trying to survey the defense as Higdon to Roderick in the corner for 3. Gets it to fall. So Roderick averaging 39% from the 3-point line. Gets that up to 40% as that's her first 3 of the game. First shot attempt, first 3-pointer attempted as well. Definitely hoping to see more of that. As that's Buzzard for 3, and she gets it to fall. So right back at you, Rushville says, with a 3-pointer of their own. Now it's Emberton driving to her right, spin move. Won't get it to fall. So good move by Emberton there, but gets too deep in the paint, don't get the layup to fall. Now that's Parsley to Buzzard. Buzzard to her right. Puts up the shot, gets fouled, and Gracie Buzzard will go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, Buzzard shooting 33% from the free throw line. So you kind of hope if you're Whiteland that percentage goes in your favor.
And Buzzard's first free throw misses. And checking into the game for Rushville will be Leonie Boyer and Erica Kuhn. And this will be the first we're seeing of Erica Kuhn tonight. Senior, 5'9", currently averaging 1 rebound per game as Buzzard's second free throw falls down. Baines driving to the left, finds Higdon open in the paint and gets that to fall. So great vision by Baines there to find Higdon in the paint for the layup. That's Kuhn. To Herbert. Buzzard. Rushville with a lot of passes here. We saw them get a bit of a quick offense in the first quarter. As that'll be Boyer. And that's just too easy if you're Wineland. You can't have that. That's an easy layup for Boyer. As Baines will try and get that shot to go, but it'll be no shot for the foul for Rushville. So what we saw on the defensive end there for Wineland, we saw Boyer cut to lane, and there wasn't much help defense. So if you're Coach Bergeson and you see that there was not a lot of help defense on that possession there, going into halftime, what do you say to make sure that they're helping on those possessions to try and get stops?
Well, in the first quarter, we saw them. They were great on help defense. But in that situation, when your post presence gets moved out of the paint, what you could do, it'd be kind of drastic, but you could switch to a zone so that your post presence is always in the paint and playing that zone.
Now Wineland looking to get back on the offensive board. Baines almost loses the ball. Von Dilligan at the elbow. Warriors trying to find something to go as Higdon puts up the deep three, and it won't fall. So now Rushville with the opportunity to push it to a double-digit lead once again. That'll be Herbert. Back to Boyer driving again. That's Buzzard. Herbert for three, and it won't go. Rebound by Erica Kuhn. She won't get a fall. But Sukman Baines steps out of bounds on the rebound attempt. And possession will go back to Rushville as checking into the game for the Warriors will be Sophia Dyer, and for the first time this game, Brooklyn Johnson. So now the Warriors trying to put a bit of defense in the paint with Sophia Dyer there. That'll be a double team on Buzzard as she gets it to fall. And now you see on that possession, they had better help defense, but Buzzard just got the shot to fall.
I mean, sometimes they just hit a shot, and there's not much more you could do other than block it.
And now Roderick loses her defender, finds Dyer in the paint.
Ooh, traveling.
Now we like to agree with the refs here. We respect what they do. We can never do what they do. But in my humble opinion, I do believe that was not a travel. But obviously, we don't go against the refs.
They're the ones wearing the stripes.
They're the ones wearing the stripes, obviously. We can never do what they do as Boyer misses a three, but personally, I did not see a travel there. As Emberton tried to find Dyer. Dyer to her left.
Traveling again.
And another travel called.
Dang.
And now again, we do not disagree. That one was a bit. That one was a bit closer to a travel than the previous one.
And I mean, they've just been really cracking down ever since last year. They've been really cracking down on any kind of anything that could be considered traveling.
And Boyer gets blocked by Dyer there. So what we saw Boyer getting to the lane pretty seamlessly, but we saw there Dyer with the quick read and with a rejection.
I mean, it's hard to stop Boyer. She had 16 points last game, averaging almost 14 on the season. So you're dealing with a pretty good scorer here.
As Boyer goes up again and gets a foul. And that foul will be on number 24, Sophia Dyer, her second. And now Boyer will go to the line, currently shooting 71% from free throws. She gets her first one to fall, and checking back into the game will be Gwen Higdon as Sophia Dyer checks out with 2 fouls. So currently out there, Sukman Baines playing with 2 fouls. And checking in for Rushville will be Kylie Parsley for Leonie Boyer. So now Wineland looking to cut into this lead before halftime, trying to get it back to a single-digit lead for Rushville. Possibly going a bit of a run to cut that down even more as Emberton gets the layup to fall. Now there'll be Buzzard. Bring it up for Rushville. So Emberton, leading scorer for the Warriors so far. We saw that against Plainfield, and we're seeing that here early. Maybe that can allow Wineland to get some momentum. That ball was almost stolen by Higdon, but Buzzard gets into the lane. Good defense by Johnson. Good rebound by Johnson as well. Now Warriors trying to push up the offense as Baines finds Johnson, and Baines gets fouled. Now it'll be the second foul inside the final minutes of the second quarter. So, pardon me. It seemed as though they were going to the line, but it seems as though they take it out on the baseline now. Bit of a box formation out of the baseline for the Warriors as Roderick finds Baines. Baines fakes the pass, goes to her left, doesn't get anywhere, and back out to Emberton, slowing it down. Emberton, almost a wild pass out of bounds. 8 seconds for the Warriors to get something. They have to put up a shot. Baines puts up a shot, won't get a fall. And that'll be the end of the second quarter. So it looked to be a good shot by Baines, won't fall. And we'll take a break going into halftime. The Warriors are down 29-19. We will be back after this break. This has been Whiteland Girls Basketball on the Whiteland Beat Sports Network. Welcome back into the Glen Ray Gymnasium for Whiteland Girls Basketball. Whiteland Girls Basketball is presented by Taylor's Farm Market. Coming into the second half, we have point totals from the first half. Leading the road for the Warriors, Addison Emberton with 9. Not a surprise on that one. We saw Emberton getting active on the offensive end a lot. And again, not a surprise for Rushville, Leonie Boyer with 13. So Leonie Boyer almost outscoring the entire Warriors team. We saw her get active on the offensive end a lot in the first half. Hope that the White Warriors can play a bit tighter defense on her in the second half as Higdon gets the layup to fall coming into the second half, and she goes to the line for the and one opportunity.
That is great for Whiteland's momentum, great to push the pace. I mean, coming into this quarter, they were down 10, but at points in the first half, they had brought it into like a 5-point game. They had made it close. So this cuts into Rushville's lead and gives Whiteland momentum.
And Higdon makes her free throw. And we saw after that and one, we saw Sukman Baines getting excited and getting the other players excited too. So maybe she can build some momentum for the Warriors. And they get back in this game as Leonie Boyer puts up the three, gets it to fall. There's not much you can do about that. Good defense, but even better offense there as Leonie Boyer makes that three. Now Emberton puts up a three of her own, won't go. Higdon almost got the offensive rebound, but it goes out of bounds. And now checking back into the game early in the second half will be Olivia Smith, who had 2 points in the first half. So now Rushville looking to add to their double-digit lead. And what we've seen tonight is this Rushville team knows how to get in their opponents' minds. As Boyer puts up another shot, won't get it fall. And you know, this Rushville team getting active early in every single quarter. Could it be attributed to maybe their coaching? They're coached by Melissa Winkler, who has coached the Rushville Lions for 23 years since the year 2000. She played under Cinda Brown, first woman inducted into the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame, graduated from IU. So maybe we're seeing that come out today as Baines puts up a three, won't fall. Maybe we're seeing the old Rushville who went to 18 straight sectional titles, you know, great teams. Maybe we're seeing that come back with their coach, Melissa Winkler.
I mean, Winkler, 10-time sectional champion, 2-time regional champion, and 1-time semi-state champion. So those accolades don't happen by accident. And it's very obvious with the way that Rushville plays that they're very strategic, they're very tactical, they're very well coached.
And obviously, Melissa Winkler, very good on the winning side, coaching and playing. As obviously, like we said, she played under Cinda Brown. And obviously, maybe she learned a thing or two from her. As now Wineland looks to get back on the offensive side of things. As Baines misses that shot, Dyer gets the rebound, jump ball. Warriors will have possession. Not a bad look for the Warriors there and for Baines. As she just misses that shot. Now the Warriors have another opportunity. As Higdon finds Dyer cutting, loses the ball, but Dyer puts up the shot, and Dyer gets the shot to fall after the roll on the rim.
her first points of the night, and that was a great job finishing through contact and fighting for points there.
Yeah, and if Wineland can get Dyer going, especially in the paint, coinciding with these three-point shooters, as Parsley makes a layup for Rushville, you can definitely see some good things happen on the offensive end. But obviously good offense comes from good defense, and Whiteland also needs to pick up on that end too, as they're currently down 10.
Well, in that one, it was just Dyer had to go help on the perimeter, and it just left the paint pretty much unguarded. Gwen Higdon did what she could, but it's just difficult.
And that's Dyer in the paint again, getting another fadeaway to fall. And Dyer, 4 quick points in this second half. And let's hope the Warriors can get a stop here and help some of that offensive momentum. It's Parsley. Almost a turnover for Rushville. But that's Herbert surveying the defense, picks up the ball almost at the logo. Bit more of a zone that the Warriors are playing here. Bit of a box and one that we're seeing as Buzzard puts up the three, won't get to fall. Offensive rebound by Smith, and she gets the second chance opportunity to fall. So we saw the Warriors move to a bit of a box and one defense there. And that helped until well, it didn't. As Emberton almost gets a driving layup, and that's Sophia Dyer again on the offensive glass getting the layup to fall.
I mean, 6 straight points by Sophia Dyer off of just hustle. Good job boxing out, getting rebounds. I mean, that stuff's advantageous for everyone when it goes well.
Now the Warriors seem to transition into a 3-2 zone. We see them transition back into that box and one as Smith will go to the line for 2 shots. Smith currently shooting 50% from the free throw line on the season.
I understand why Whiteland wants to run that box and one, though, because if you can neutralize Boyer and make the other 4 players on the court beat you, that's a better alternative, because Boyer does have 16 points tonight.
But what we're seeing out of the Warriors box and one is they're focusing more on when the ball is in the perimeter. They're focusing more on tightly defending that they're leading easy opportunities in the paint. So how can you kind of narrow that down to still playing tight on the perimeter, as this Rushville team is great at shooting threes, as we've seen so far, but still playing tight defense in the paint, trying to not allow so many points.
I mean, with that box and one, what you can do, it's going to require more running, but you could condense that box a little bit more and make that paint area harder to penetrate by the offense. Like I said, it's going to require more running out to the perimeter, but that's probably your best option when you're running a box and one.
Now it's Roderick driving to the left. That's Baines from Dyer. Emberton open for 3. Won't get to fall off the front of the rim. Dyer trying to get the rebound. Touches her foot out of bounds, and it will be Rushville ball. So not a bad look for the Warriors and Addison Emberton there. The shot won't fall, and Rushville will have the ball. And checking into the game for, I believe, the first time will be McKenna Ripberger. Did not score versus Bishop Chatard in the loss for Rushville. So Rushville looking to get back in the win column with this game, as they're currently up 9. Warriors also looking to get back in the win column as they're on a 2-game losing streak. Plenty of time left for both teams, either for Rushville trying to grab a larger lead as that shot, that floater goes off the back of the glass. You think Buzzard called bank?
Quite possibly. With the force he kind of put that up with, it looked very intentional.
And Emberton tried to find Von Dilligan at the elbow. Reach in, foul by Smith. And now the Warriors, another opportunity as they tried to find Von Dilligan the elbow. So Von Dilligan, who had 2 points in the first half, just recently checked back in the game. That'll be a kick ball. So again, Whiteland seems to be putting pressure on the paint here. They gotten the ball to Dyer in the paint a lot. They've gotten the ball, trying to get the ball to Von Dilligan. So we're seeing a bit of a change. They're trying to get the ball to the paint, trying to lead the defenders away from the three-point line.
Well, and also you can induce a lot of fouls that way, and get Rushville, an already undersized team, into foul trouble.
And Roderick, who's wide open for three, misses a shot, but easy rebound on the offensive glass by Von Dilligan. And that'll be 2 more points. And now the Warriors looking to get a defensive stop here, trying to cut into that Rushville 9-point lead. As that'll be Carley Herbert passing to Buzzard, who drives in. Good defense by Von Dilligan. Rushville fans want a foul call.
Verticality. It's not a foul.
That's Roderick from 3. Won't get it fall. So good shot opportunity by the Warriors there. Still won't fall.
That'll
be a foul.
That might be just a little bit.
So the Warriors trying to put a bit of pressure off of that missed 3 by Roderick. And a foul will be called, as checking into the game for Sophia Dyer will be Gwen Higdon. And checking in for Rushville will be Erica Kuhn. And now Buzzard to partially surveying the defense, trying to run a play. That's Herbert.
Whiteland running a 2-3 right now.
So we've seen the transition from the box and 1 to a 3-2 to a 2-3.
And
it all just seems like it's just leading to Rushville points, no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, really what Whiteland thrives off of is just speed and chaos, and Rushville doing the opposite of that. They slow it down, they look for windows in the defense, and they make Whiteland think more, which leads to them making more mistakes.
That's Baines for 3, and Baines hits the 3 on the pass by Emberton. And the Warriors have cut it back down to a single-digit lead for Rushville.
Her second 3 of the night.
And maybe that cuts into this momentum for Rushville, allowing Whiteland to build on something going into this 4th quarter. But again, like we say, good offense comes from good defense, as Sam Roderick with the steal.
Ooh, traveling. Maybe she's picking up that pivot foot and we just can't see it from up here. She's kind of just lightly picking it up and putting it back down, and it's hard for us to see up here. That's what I'm thinking might be going on.
It's very tough to see because we're not on the court, obviously. But at some point, someone's got to nail it down with the monocle on your left eye, trying to figure out what's going on.
As a player, you just got to act like there's a weight in that pivot foot and just keep it down no matter what. No matter how uncomfortable you feel, no matter how uneven you feel like you're going to fall or something, you just got to keep it down.
Pretend there's a 30-pound barbell on your foot. Can't pick it up. And now Whiteland will have the possession off of the Rushville turnover. Now it's Baines. Seems like Whiteland's looking for a 3 here. That's Von Dilligan in the paint, puts it up. Won't get a fall. And that'll be another foul on Whiteland. So 5 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. Rushville, almost 100% certain they're going to get the last shot of this quarter. But I've been wrong before, a lot of times. As Sophia Dyer checking back into the game for this final possession. Same with Leonie Boyer. I'm assuming Rushville is probably going to try to get the ball up the floor and to Leonie Boyer. Well, with 2 seconds left, they're going to have to put up a shot. And that will not be off in time. So going into the 4th quarter, Whiteland cut that lead down to 8, but they're still down 41-33. We'll be back after this break. This has been Whiteland Girls Basketball on the Whiteland Beat Sports Network.
When I was a professional football player was Indiana. The Hoosier State always made me feel like family. That's why I trust Indiana's hometown mortgage lender, Bailey & Wood. This family-owned company not only gives back to the communities they serve, but also with their 5-star customer service, they can close on your dream home in days, not weeks. So remember, Indiana, you can always get your mortgages in a snap with Bailey & Wood.
Hey Jeff, how does this look?
Not bad, bud, but let's stick to mortgages.
Welcome back into the Glen Ray Gymnasium, and as we get ready for this 4th quarter, we would like to point out some more Whiteland sports going on tonight. Well, actually, there's only one other sport going on tonight, but Whiteland wrestling against the Shelbyville Golden Bears. The boys came away with a win, 35-34 on senior night, and the girls fastest growing IHSAA sport, girls wrestling, they take 18-12 victory against Shelbyville.
And I know 2 seniors on that boys wrestling team, Donnie Lynham and Caden Holder-Maxey. Those are my boys. Hopefully they won. I don't know for sure, but hoping they had a good night on senior night.
So maybe that luck can spread to the girls basketball team. As 8 minutes left, down by 8. What will we see? Who knows? This Boyer, and now Boyer's called for the travel.
For once, it feels like that traveling call goes in favor of Whiteland.
Now that is one where I do understand why they call the travel. And obviously maybe a little bit of Wineland bias, maybe. But I do feel like those other calls were a bit hit or miss. But that one really could have went either way. As Emberton puts up a 3, won't fall off the front of the rim. And now Rushville slowing it down and speeding it up. Playing with pace a little bit. Now it's Morgan. Surveying the defense at the logo. Slower pace. So again, they've transitioned from slow to fast. Trying to play with Whiteland's defense as Buzzard puts up 3, won't fall, too short. And now Baines trying to push it up for Whiteland. Trying to find Dyer in the paint. Dyer went too far, and the ball goes out of bounds. So it looked to be a good fast break by Whiteland, leads to another turnover. And if they want to win tonight, they need to cut down on those.
Yeah, especially in this fourth quarter, you're down 8 points. You just can't turn the ball over that much.
Now it's Morgan. Morgan's rejected.
Ooh.
But they call a foul.
That from the arm to ball, that looked like all ball, but on the body contact could have been a bit much, and maybe that's what the refs were looking at there.
Do we have a replay on the Whiteland Beat Sports Network? We do not.
Carley has told me that it's been requested to be back by Mr. Edens, and he's considering bringing it back, but not quite yet.
But unfortunately, with this new wave of radio and TV students, it's a bit harder on the directors to figure the replay out.
Your words, not mine.
I will never take those words back. Although I could never run director. Never have, never will, especially in both of our senior years. Again, we thank you for watching, and we appreciate our 4 years here as Baines puts up a 3 and gets it to fall. So Baines with another 3, her 3rd of the game. Now it makes it a 7-point lead for Rushville. So again, it seems like Rushville keeps pushing it to a double-digit lead, but Wineland keeps taking it back. And that'll be a foul on Sam Roderick. It'll be a blocking foul. And when it feels like Wineland is gaining momentum, it seems like something is there to kill it.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're Whiteland mentally, you just got to stay tough. Keep playing the way you're playing. Get a few more stops on defense, limit turnovers, and just play your game, hit open shots, and you're right back into this.
Now that'll be Trisha Morgan picking up the ball, the mid-range. Guarded by Baines. Morgan driving in. Blocked by Emberton, but another foul call.
And you see, that's another one where, like, it looked like her arm got all ball, or at least mostly ball. But maybe the body contact, there was just some collision there because it was hard for us to see that from where we're sitting. So I'm going to give the official the benefit of the doubt and say that he called it correctly because he does have a better angle than us.
And now Morgan misses her first free throw, currently shooting 50% from the line. Free throw shooting comes at a premium these days, especially in high school basketball. Free throws are really a must-need.
I mean, free throws, it's not really a physical limitation, it's mental because you're at that line all alone, it feels like, so it's mainly mental.
I remember in my 5th grade B team days, I probably shot 30% from the line. But there's a reason to that. I was not good. These players are better than I would ever be, and I'm glad that I'm up here in the broadcasting booth. So now Buzzard will take it out on the baseline. Pass is tipped by Baines, trying to get the ball. It's Wineland. Dyer gets the ball. No jump ball called. And now a jump ball will be called.
It's in favor of Whiteland, I'm pretty sure.
And the possession arrow is pointing in Whiteland's direction. Definitely not making an arm gesture pointing Whiteland's direction up here in the booth, as Whiteland has a chance to make it a 2-possession game. That's definitely what they're looking for. Trying to get it in the hands of Baines, who's made 3 threes in this game. Amberton, Baines wide open. Baines for 3. Won't get his fall too long. But Von Dilligan hustles for the rebound, but it goes into the hands of Kylie Parsley.
I mean, that was a good look. Just couldn't get it to fall, and good hustle there, but just didn't go in Whiteland's favor.
And now that'll be another foul called on Sam Roderick. And checking in for Sam Roderick will be Gwen Higdon. So fouls have caused Whiteland a bit of trouble in this quarter. They have 4 already. It's only been 3 minutes. One more puts Rushville at the 2-2 bonus.
And Rushville has 0 fouls, which is not the best spot for Whiteland.
Now it's Boyer to Buzzard. Whiteland playing a bit of a, looks to be now they're man-to-man. You see them transition a lot as Boyer passes it out of bounds. Whiteland will have possession, so another chance for Whiteland to make it a 2-possession game.
And it's great for Whiteland for them to be forcing the turnovers instead of committing them now, especially 2 times in a row here. The first one off that inbounds tipped pass. So just great for Whiteland's momentum.
And now there will be a timeout. We will take our own timeout. This has been Whiteland Girls Basketball on the Whiteland Beat Sports Network.
Farm Market, a proud sponsor of Whiteland Warrior Basketball on WBSN. From tomatoes to blackberries to zucchini and more, Taylor's Farm Market has been supplying fresh fruits and produce to families for over 50 years. They work tirelessly to be able to provide for the local community for when the fall and winter come. Located at 2434 East 750 North, stop by for the very best deals on quality produce. Taylor's Farm Market, a proud supporter of WBSN.
Barack Obama. Welcome back into the Glen Ray Gymnasium. Historic Glen Ray Gymnasium. As we come out of the timeout, Whiteland will have possession, down by 7 with 5 minutes left to play. We've seen the momentum shift so many times in this game. Whenever it seems like Whiteland's gaining momentum, snap, they lose it. Whenever it seems like Rushville's gaining momentum, snap, they lose it.
But Whiteland, 2 turnovers in a row there. Whiteland forced both of the turnovers, and they've got a chance here with only being down 7 points. They've got a chance to cut it down to a 5-point game.
And really, in this game, it seems like whoever scores the most points is going to come out with a victory. As now Higdon drives to the left. Won't get a fall. Offensive rebound by Von Dilligan. 2-possession game now. So now Whiteland needs to capitalize on the defensive end here. As Buzzard picks up the ball. Now that'll be Boyer. Guarded by Dyer. Morgan slowing it down for Rushville. Pass almost intercepted by Sukman Baines, but the ball will go out of bounds. Rushville retains the possession.
Great job by Sukman Baines there, almost like a DB in football, cutting off the route, getting in the passing lane and poking the ball loose.
Now that'll be Boyer, guarded by Von Dilligan. And now Higdon switches onto her, now Emberton. So a bit of a less of, they're still playing man-to-man, but it's more of a zone man-to-man.
It's everyone's ready to peel off their player and help on defense.
And the energy level is rising here in the Glen Ray Gymnasium. As now Boyer drives to the right, picks up the ball, and that pass is stolen by Baines and passed up the floor to Dyer. Too far, Dyer picks up the ball. Von Dilligan. Now Baines gets the ball. Baines puts up the mid-range jumper, and Baines gets it to fall.
Her first non-three-pointer of the night, and it's a huge one.
So now only one possession gain. And calling a timeout, trying to kill this energy, will be Rushville. So we will take another break. This has been Whiteland Girls Basketball on the Whiteland Beat Sports Network.
House with roof, gutter, or siding damage. But when the storm passes, Rees Restoration is there to give you peace of mind. With quick response times, you can expect a trained professional to be on site within 24 to 48 hours after the call.
Call 463-220-4080 to get your free estimate today.
Rees Restoration. Let us show you the way.
Although welcome back into the Glen Ray Gymnasium. Coming out of this timeout, Whiteland is trailing by 3. What a game.
I mean, that was a clutch shot. I know we've got 3 minutes left in this game, but by Sukman Baines, that nice little mid-range jumper was really good for Whiteland, forcing Rushville to call a timeout. And now Rushville's kind of on their heels, backpedaling, trying to figure out where this all went wrong for them.
Now, if you're Whiteland, you just got to keep up the energy no matter what. If you turn the ball over, get back on defense. If you miss a shot, get back on defense. If you make a shot, I'm going to just say it again, get back on defense. No matter what, just get back on defense. And also, play defense.
Yeah, it's really mental out there. You just got to mentally stay in this game, and even when you make a mistake, just forget about it and on to the next play.
Now that'll be Buzzer driving in. No foul call. And Dyer tried to throw back in, but throws it off of Gwen Higgins' knee.
I'm sorry for chuckling a little bit, but that was kind of
something you don't see a lot.
The idea was there, but the execution was not.
Now Warriors trying to get another stop. Like we said, the energy level is rising. We can hear the crowd now. So now that'll be Boyer. Hasn't been as active on the offensive end in this second half. Drives in, and they call a foul.
Again, I've said it a lot, but it looked like it was all ball. But it was, I could see that time, it was very physical, body to body in that situation, so I do understand the foul.
And it doesn't seem Coach Bergeson will be lighting the green light tonight. Trying to get the challenge.
I wish we had that. That'd be cool. Have the little green light.
That is something I've always wondered in high school sports, especially at the end of games when someone makes a game-winning shot. You really just got to rely on the ref's opinion there.
Yeah.
Maybe in the near future, as technology improves, maybe we see in high schools more cameras trying to find different angles. As Sophia Dyer gets fouled in, Sophia Dyer will head to the line. A bit of a tangent that we're going on here.
Yeah.
But
I do want to end it on this, though. Imagine if we had a replay place in Indianapolis, be like, send it to Indianapolis. They're going to look at it. That'd be cool.
We go to the Whiteland Beat replay headquarters in Indianapolis to see what actually happened on this play. As now Sophia Dyer misses her first free throw. And so Sophia Dyer only shooting 47% from the free throw line. A bit rough so far this year, but we have seen improvement.
Yeah, they've just like with the turnovers, Whiteland slowly but surely improving on those two facets of the game.
And Dyer misses both. And Smith actually picked up the ball on the other side of the court. Now another full court press Whiteland is playing. Did not go too well in the first quarter, but they're sticking with it.
Well, it started well, but as the game went on, it progressively kind of deteriorated.
And now that's partially to Boyer. Student section getting energized here in the Glen Ray. As now Buzzard surveying the Whiteland defense, trying to figure it out. Great defense being played here by Whiteland. No travel called, and that'll be another foul called. So now we are in the bonus. 2 shots for Leonie Boyer. Trying to push it to a 6-point lead. And she makes the first one. So now checking out of the game will be Sam Roderick, who has 4 fouls. There's a chance we may not see her again tonight, especially with Von Dilligan back. Sam Roderick, who has been good all year, has hit a bit of a rough stretch. So definitely hoping to see more of her in the future. You know, only a junior has 1 more year left, as Von Dilligan will head to the line for 2 shots. And like we said, Roderick, only a junior, has a year left, shown flashes. So definitely see her iron her game out a bit more going into next year and to the end of the year in the playoffs for the postseason for the Warriors and sectionals.
Yeah, Whiteland going with a 2-big lineup here down the stretch, which I feel is very smart because Rushville doesn't have a lot of size and they're slowing the game down. So having more size in that situation helps you a lot on defense.
And Von Dilligan makes her first one at the line. Second one falls short. Dyer tried to get the offensive rebound. Minute and a half left. Whiteland down by 5. They need a stop here. Trying not to foul. But Rushville really just moving the ball around. Good defense by Whiteland, and that'll be a foul. So we saw Whiteland trying not to foul, trying to get a steal, but in the end they send Kylie Herbert to the line for 2 shots. Currently shooting 100% on the season. So if you're Warriors fans, finger crossed. As she makes the first one. I don't like using my commentators' jinx powers, especially against opposing teams. But right here, and she makes it. So commentators' jinx does not exist.
Yeah, it's not there when you want it to be.
It's official.
It's not how it works exactly.
And like the teams, we'll take a timeout. This has been Whiteland Girls Basketball on the Whiteland Beat Sports Network.
When I was a professional football player was Indiana. The Hoosier State always made me feel like family. That's why I trust Indiana's hometown mortgage lender, Bailey & Wood. This family-owned company not only gives back to the communities they serve, but also with their 5-star customer service, they can close on your dream home in days, not weeks. So remember, Indiana, you can always get your mortgages in a snap with Bailey & Wood.
Hey Jeff, how does this look?
Not bad, bud, but let's stick to mortgages.
Welcome back to Whiteland Girls Basketball on the Whiteland Beat Sports Network. As it seemed like Whiteland was gaining momentum, just like that, it snapped away.
But it's still close, though. It's a 6-point game or a 7-point game with 1:19 left. You're definitely still in it if you're Whiteland, and you definitely still have to play hard basketball if you're Rushville. So nobody can take their foot off the gas.
Now we know this Whiteland team can make threes. Sukman Baines made 3 so far this game. Gwen Higdon averaging 34% from the 3-point line of the season, with Emberton having 27. So what the Warriors need here, quick 3-point shots. As Baines trying to lose the defender, finds Higdon. Higdon puts up the 3, and it won't fall strong. Rebound by Emberton. It'll be a jump ball, and Rushville will have the ball.
You could see there Von Dilligan was open in the paint, just jumping up and down, wanting the ball. But I do think that Sukman Baines was looking for the 3 there.
Now checking out of the game for the Warriors, Carley Von Dilligan for Sam Roderick, who has 4 fouls. 1 more and she'll be out of the game.
But she does bring that 3-point shooting.
But she does bring that 3-point shooting. You are correct. Probably alongside Higdon, the most prolific shooter on the team. The Warriors trying not to foul here with 50 seconds, but at some point you got to go for it. And that's not who you want to see at the line. Unfortunately for the Warriors, Leonie Boyer, my apologies, will go to the line for 2 shots.
And this is where when Whiteland got in foul trouble early in the fourth quarter, it's coming back to bite them now because you have no fouls to give, and every foul that you commit is straight to the line.
And Boyer makes it first. And now we're seeing another substitution. Sam Roderick back out of the game. So it's odd what they're doing. They're trying to get size in the paint, trying to take that away from the shooters, the defenders away from the shooters, so they can get those shots. But in the same vein, they're taking out probably the most prolific three-point shooter. As Dyer with a step through gets the roll.
Timeout by Whiteland there.
So now a timeout by Whiteland. We will stay here. We will stay here with the girls team as we try to come through Coach Bergeson's decision.
I mean, 33 seconds left, 7-point lead. See, it's tough because you want to put Sam Roderick out there, shooting 39% from 3 on the season. That might have gone down after tonight. But her and Gwen Higdon are probably your best 3-point shooters. But running the 2 big lineup really clogs up the lane. It helps you on defense. It allows you to have more off-ball movement on offense, set more screens and stuff like that. So it's a really tough lineup decision coming out of this timeout.
Now, if you're the Warriors, though, you keep putting Sam Roderick in on defense. You also have Sophia Dyer, who has 4 fouls. Sam Roderick with 4 fouls. You need fouls because there's only 33 seconds left. Especially with only 7 points, you got to hope that they miss them. Do you allow Roderick or Dyer to go for the foul, or do you waste another foul on Emberton, Higdon, and Baines trying to leave Roderick and Dyer in the game?
Yeah, I feel like you only want Dyer and Roderick to foul if they absolutely have to. You want anybody but them to foul if you have the choice. Now, if you don't have a choice, at a certain point, there's only 33 seconds left. You got to do what you got to do.
Rushville to inbound, 33 seconds. Need to get in. That's 5 seconds.
Great defense
Turn of
there.
Events.
Great inbounds defense there from Whiteland. That's a coach's dream right there, because every time you come out with limited time on an inbound, you want to force that exact situation, and Whiteland executed it perfectly.
And Von Dilligan checks back into the game. Ball to Dyer. Dyer cuts, and Dyer gets it to full. And now another timeout taken by the Warriors. We will go with them. This has been Whiteland Girls Basketball on the Whiteland Beat Sports Network.
Farm Market, a proud sponsor of Whiteland Warrior Basketball on WBSN. From tomatoes to blackberries to zucchini and more, Taylor's Farm Market has been supplying fresh fruits and produce to families for over 50 years. They work tirelessly to be able to provide for the local community for when the fall and winter come. Located at 2434 East 750 North, stop by for the very best deals on quality produce. Taylor's Farm Market, a proud supporter of WBSN.
Welcome back to Whiteland Girls Basketball on the Whiteland Beat Sports Network. 5-second penalty on Rushville led to Sophia Dyer in the paint. Warriors down by 5, 30 seconds. I mean, it's obvious what they're going to try to do. They're going to try and do that same thing again.
And, you know, they might have success because once you do it one time, you get in the opponent's head and they're thinking, like, don't do that again, don't do that again. And it might lead to them doing it again. So for Whiteland, it's a great momentum starter when you've got such a limited amount of time left.
Now again, Rushville to inbound. You know, it's odd. In my 13 years of enjoying basketball, I don't think I've seen that before.
Oh, you've never seen that where someone comes on the baseline and they pass it to them?
I've obviously seen where they're like, oh, no, you take the ball out of bounds instead of me. But I have not seen somebody go into out of bounds, taking it away. So I guess that adds to my knowledge a little bit.
Unfortunately, with Purdue struggling so much against full court presses, I've had to see them do that a lot at Mackey Arena.
I'm more of an NBA guy, and they don't struggle as much, especially those college kids trying to get in their psychology tests and physics and whatnot. I just remembered we're going to college in a year. Now Warriors down by 6. They need a quick shot here. Emberton loses the ball, but it will be out of bounds on Rushville. Down by 6.
Still got time left.
Still got time. I would go for 3, though.
That's what they're looking for, I think.
You can't settle for a 2. Baines wide open. Baines! Baines with the 3. And that cuts the lead down to 3.
That was the perfect look for Whiteland there. That was beautiful.
And we will stay here. What a shot.
That was a great look. I mean, when you draw it up, that is how you draw it up. You draw the defense away from the corners. You decide which one. You put a good three-point shooter there. You try to subconsciously kind of make the defense move away from that. And then without them thinking, they're not thinking about defending the weak side. And then you pass it over to the corner. And then Sukman Baines was in the corner, almost wide open. Put up that shot. She's been great from 3 tonight and nails it.
Now again, if you're the Warriors, trying to go for that 5-second violation. You saw what they did last time. You think they're going to do it again, but that's reverse psychology. I don't think they're going to do it again because they think Whiteland is going to know how to combat it this time. But again, like I said earlier, I've been wrong before, a lot of times actually. Yep, and they got it in.
Ooh, almost got a steal there.
And now Buzzard will head to the line. A foul is on Sukman Baines. We saw Buzzard go 1 for 2 in the last shot. That'll be Baines' 3rd foul. She had 2 early in the first quarter. Gone quiet on the foul side since. And I know that sounds like bad, but that's good.
That's very good, especially in this situation where you have to foul to stay in this game.
And Buzzard makes the first free throw.
Now you're in kind of a tricky spot because you do want her to miss the second free throw, but you have to, and I mean you absolutely have to get that rebound after she misses her second free throw and then move the ball up the court quickly with only 13 seconds left.
And that's exactly why they just inserted Von Dilligan into the lineup, trying to get size in the paint. As Buzzard misses, Warriors need to get it down the floor quick. Go for a 3. Bemerton driving in, pass out.
Oh.
And loses the ball.
We haven't talked about it a lot in this fourth quarter because they've done a great job of limiting turnovers, but right there, Whiteland turns the ball over in a really bad situation, to be honest.
And we'll take a break. This has been Whiteland Girls Basketball on the Whiteland Beat Sports Network.
House with roof, gutter, or siding damage. But when the storm passes, Rees Restoration is there to give you peace of mind. With quick response times, you can expect a trained professional to be on site within 24 to 48 hours after the call.
Call 463-220-4080 to get your free estimate today.
Rees Restoration. Let us show you the way.
Stay hot.
Welcome back to Whiteland Girls Basketball on the Whiteland Beat Sports Network. The Warriors have fallen behind by 4 with only 5.6 seconds. That's not a lot of time for them to get something. They need to steal here, 3 quick, and hope that Rushville calls a timeout. No steal. A foul. So it looked to be a jump ball. They call a foul.
And that's really unfortunate because the possession arrow, if you'll notice, is pointing Whiteland's way.
So now, most likely, no matter what happens at the free throw line here, Rushville looks to be coming away with their 5th win of the season. But what a game it was by the Warriors.
It's not a bad loss at all. I mean, a team that's undefeated in conference play. They were 1-2 on the road coming into this, but they're obviously a very well-coached team. So keeping it close like this and nearly winning it is a positive for Whiteland.
Now Herbert makes both free throws. And Baines chucks up a three. Gets it to fall.
Holy crap.
What a shot.
I mean, I know they lose, but oh my goodness.
Unfortunately, it was too late.
That
But bang, bang, bang.
possibly the most impressive three that we've seen from her tonight.
Now, unfortunately, Wineland does get their 7th loss of the season, 3-7. Does not seem that bad. Hopefully they get in the win column in the coming weeks. For Luke Wineland-Moening, for Michael Park, we thank you for watching, and good night.